Wakey.
Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where I, Phil, get to sit in the same room as my friend Tom and talk about Stray Kids.
Yeah.
Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great. This is truly a
Truly.
Truly, yeah. We did buy Trulies. My buddy Brian, he really loves these. He's always talking about how he's drinking these at home. So I figured, you know what the hell? I went with the margarita style variety pack. So we've got strawberry hibiscus, classic lime, watermelon cucumber, and mango chili. Okay, interesting. But anyway, we are not sponsored by Truly, but Truly, if you would like to, if I enjoy these, I will absolutely be your sponsor or sponsor your product or whatever that, however that works. Give us money, basically, is what I'm saying, and I'll continue drinking your product.
Yeah, you keep vamping. I forgot to get the watch together.
Yeah, get the watch together. But it's going to be a little different than you intended anyway. So, in addition to Truly, we're also drinking Sierra Nevada, also a variety pack. We have Hazy Little Thing IPA, Sunny Little Thing Citrus Wheat Ale, Big Little Thing IPA, which is also has the subtext Imperial IPA, whatever that means, and Wild Little Thing Slightly Sour Ale with guava, hibiscus, and strawberry. So we've got 2 strawberry hibiscus. Although I'm typically not a guava fan, but you know. I'm sure
I know. Okay. I like guava. I like Pog Juice. You know Pog Juice from Hawaii?
Pog Juice? I actually just sent Anna a Pog Juice video that I saw on TikTok where this guy drank it. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Hold on, I'm sure I still have it saved on my phone. If I find it here, I'll just send it.
Absurd knows. Heck yeah. I'm going to clip this, and then I'm going to tag Absurd, and she won't be like, how dare you tag me like Rogue did.
I have no idea where it is. That's okay, though. Oh, I did take a picture of my... I took a picture of my grandmother's quilting room, or fabric store.
There's a lot of fabric in there.
It's a little messy, but really the key takeaway here is that if you need... to visit the fabric store, all you gotta do is swing by her house, and she's got what you need, you know, and plenty of it. So there's a lot going on.
That's a lot of fabric.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Well, that's impressive. I mean, that takes skill to deal with. I don't know. I couldn't.
Yeah. Somewhere back there is her sewing machine, so. She, you know, it's not like all this just sits around. She does use it. She makes. We actually have a quilt. Anna has it right next to her. She has a quilt that she made for us. We have 2, yeah. And they're great, yeah.
That's like a wonderful thing to have,
right?
But before Jeanette's grandparents passed away, they were really into quilting, and they made us 2, or they made us 1 quilt. And we have it still, and Logan uses it as it's on his bed.
Is that okay? Yeah,
that's
I was like
the
this
quilt.
is an interesting just blanket to have.
Yeah, it's like a big
sense.
quilt that's on his bed, and so like he used to call. We had a was that a Hello Kitty blanket? We had a Hello Kitty blanket that was like a softer, lighter blanket, and he used to call that the Mama blanket, and then the quilt he would call the Papa blanket, and so he would have both of them, and he still calls his quilt the Papa blanket because it's the big blanket, you know.
Right.
So he's adorable. He's really sweet.
Yeah,
so.
they're both very cute.
Yeah.
They were both being just adorable sweethearts today.
Yeah, I mean, like they, you know, in public spaces, like when we were at your brother's restaurant, like they were pretty quiet.
Yeah.
And kind of, you know, especially Michelle, obviously she was just like hiding in my lap.
Yeah.
But once we got here, or even in the car, like they just, well, first off, they both love Tom, and then would not leave Tom alone. Like Logan was playing on his iPad, and he kept going like, Tom, Uncle Tom, look at this. Check it out. This is called Crayola Creative Play. You see this? Choose a pet.
Yeah.
I'll make you a pet. And then he was like, Uncle Tom, your pet's having fun. He's having a great time.
Yeah, like Phil and I kept having we were trying to have a conversation about all kinds of different things, and just every few sentences you'd hear, Tom, Uncle Tom, look at this, and I'd turn around, and he would just have taken a picture of himself, and he just wanted to show me that he took a picture of himself, or like anything,
Kids are really cute.
Yeah, he's a cutie. And then Michelle, I got bamboozled. I thought she was watching a show.
Yeah.
I thought because I even felt, because I was holding the iPad like near where the speaker is,
Yeah.
so I could hear, or I could feel the vibrations of noise coming out of the iPad while I was holding it. I'm just like holding it back, holding my arm back.
Right, because Michelle had a snack. He gave Michelle a snack while we were driving on the way back to Austin.
It was a little pretzel cheese dip thing,
right?
So
so she had needed both hands, and so he was like, "I'll do the kind thing, and I'll hold your iPad so you can enjoy your snack."
Yeah.
And so he was like holding it there for a long time.
And my arm was killing me. And then finally, I was like, I noticed that she was looking out the window and just like looking at the trees and stuff, which is understandable. We were on a nice road. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna pull the iPad back, and then I look at it. She's playing a game, and it was just sitting there on idle, like it was at like a selection screen. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yes, it was good. But at least you got a little bit of a workout while we were driving, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
our original plan for tonight was to watch some Skiz Code, but since we're together, we wanted to do something a little bit more bombastic. So instead, we're gonna catch up on all the little like one-offy songs that we got before the next album. Mostly because the next episode of Skiz Code, I believe, references one of those songs. So it's like we can't not know those songs before we watch it, and this way we can have some fun, and we'll play we're gonna play like all kinds of different videos tonight. So and if we run through all that and we still want to do some stuff, like we'll just we'll keep taking links and watching stuff. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, this could be a really long episode. There's
Bombastic. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Off.
I don't know if we had talked a little bit. I don't know if this needs to make the final cut, but like I got a word back from the people who make the editing software that we use, and they said if we add another editor, the 10 additional hours of transcription goes into the total, so we have 20. So
yeah, I remember you mentioning that. That would be that definitely would be handy to have, especially if I'm like, if I want something on the TikTok or something specific, and you're like, I'm not doing that, I can just get in there and do it,
Yeah. So if I can look at setting that all up. So
yeah,
it'll be fun. Yeah, it was good. It was hectic. It's been really hectic recently because Jeanette is sick. Poor Jeanette. She's got the flu. And things got a little crazy this week. So like we had like Christmas with the kids, and Jeanette was there for Christmas morning, and she's like, I'm not really feeling that well. I'm gonna go lay down. So she went and laid down, and then basically from that moment forward, like she like got a fever and was lethargic and just couldn't, all kinds of bad feeling. And I think she'd started to feel bad on Christmas Eve, but just like powered through it. And then the day after Christmas, she was like really sick, had a fever, like a high fever, and we were just like, okay, we got to get you an appointment. And she's like, I can't find an appointment, even at like urgent care centers, like smattered around the place. Like nobody had appointments available,
which is kind of ridiculous. You would think urgent
care.
It's
called urgent care for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And like the clinic that we normally go to, Austin Regional Clinic, which has like locations all around Austin, like they even have like an emergency kind of like after hours type of like if you don't really have like an appointment or whatever, and that was fully booked. Like you couldn't even go to that one. So it was just like, Jesus Christ. So I scheduled an appointment for her the following day. She goes, gets tested, has the flu, and they're like, oh man, if you had gotten tested yesterday, we could have gotten you the medicine that makes the flu go away faster. But sorry, I guess you didn't get an appointment, so I guess that's fucked up. I don't know. It's so messed up. Yeah, so I did a lot of the Christmas stuff, and it was and I've been, making all the meals and doing all the dishes and doing all the things. And I had said this like to Tom before that I'm just like, I already like appreciate just how much Jeanette does for our family, but like having to do that and then also like work on Tuesday was nightmarish. Like to have to do everything. It was really crazy. So I'm glad that she seems to be more on the mend right now, especially because she ate so much for dinner. So, that's going to be good.
Which is really, that's good when you can, I mean, you can use eating as like a good gauge for how sick you are, because I know that like when I'm sick, I don't want to eat at all.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then I think, Jeanette, what you were saying is that, well, Phil was saying anyway, that the dinner that we had tonight was like the most that Jeanette's eaten for the past few days.
Yeah, total in 4 days. Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
Clearly, she's on the rise, which is good.
Oh yeah,
sure.
I'm excited about it. Yeah, glad she's feeling better. Yeah, but for Stray Kids business, should we listen to some music? Do you guys want some jams? I'm drinking my IPA. I'm sipping away, and I think it'd be fun. Let's
yeah.
The first one is one we like skipped over and then I forgot about. This is one that I'd been like subtly mentioning that over the last couple episodes where I was like, did we listen to that one? The one I'm talking about, people? And I was trying to figure out if we had listened to this, but I guess not. And it's a Three Racha song. So Three Racha guested on a Japanese rapper's song, and I don't know if it was before this, but I remember it being before it, so I'm going to let that be the lore, is that there was like an interview that I think they asked Stray Kids like who they would want to collab with. And Han answered and was like, "Oh, I want to collaborate with Three Racha," And I think most of us, myself included, thought that was funny and a joke. And there were a smattering of people who were like, "Does this mean we're going to get a Three Racha album?" Which has yet to manifest. However, that doesn't mean we didn't get a lot of new Three Racha content. So I'm still calling that a hint and a spoiler. Mm-hmm. And this may or may not be one of them. So let's listen to it. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's called "Just Breathe" by Sky High, featuring Three Racha of Stray Kids. It's a mouthful, but let's do it. I'm still on my way. Without oxygen, I still wonder. All face can wait, 'cause I know that I'm gonna make wonders. All right, Tom, that's "Just Breathe." What'd you think?
Banger.
Absolute banger. Totally awesome. In fact, I might say it's truly awesome.
Indeed, because I am drinking a Truly. Oh, you want one?
Yeah.
Okay, what flavor?
What do we got? Hard seltzer. Wait, they all say
Here,
hard
just
seltzer.
have what I'm having.
Sure, I'm going to have what Tom's having. I'll have what he's having. Absolute banger. Not a bop, not a ballad. It's a banger, and it's fucking it's so good. And like I'll admit, the first time that I heard the song, it was a little dissonant on my ears. You know what I mean? Like, because it's so different than I feel like what I'm used to in a way. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it's just like the pacing of the raps and everything and like how it flows is so different than what you would typically hear in a rap song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in a rap song, but also in a Stray Kids song. This is kind of unusual. I mean, it's not a Stray Kids song.
Right, it's not a Stray Kids song. It's Three Racha on a Sky High song. So that is to be expected that it would sound different. But it just like gradually just wormed its way into my brain to where I was just suddenly like listening to it all the time.
Have you listened to other things from Sky High?
I haven't.
No?
Maybe I should.
Yeah, I wonder if they're any good.
I'm sure. I mean, if they can get Three Racha, of course.
I didn't typically used to do this. I think really my interest in this started when I started venturing into like music from Cleopatra. Is that if I hear a song and I like it, I just kind of stick with that. I don't venture any further. Mm-hmm. But ever since I started exploring Cleopatra, ever since I liked that one song from them, I'm like, if I hear a good song, I immediately want to know
Yeah.
what else
What else
they
do they do?
have, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'll go on their Spotify, and a lot of times I find the song that catches me isn't even in their like top 5.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And then I start listening to more. So it's really interesting. I wonder where this ranks on Sky High's, you know, top songs.
Yeah.
You know, or if they have other bangers like this. Even if they don't feature.
I mean, this is a
Sriracha.
total banger. I love it so
Yeah, for
much.
sure.
Yeah, it's great. The next song that I prepped for us to listen to is also a Sriracha song, and this one I basically listened to on repeat for like 2 months straight. On the way to work, on the way home, it was all I was listening to. While I was working, walking around at work, whatever, I would just have it on repeat. Because it's not a very long song, because this is a song that they composed for a dance competition show, like So You Think You Can Dance, but in Korea.
Okay. Yeah.
And the show was called, I believe, and the chat will correct me if I'm wrong, but Street Man Fighter. Which I was like, excuse me, Street Man Fighter, really?
I like how Rogue is like, oh fuck, we're here. Yeah, we're catching up, Rogue.
And then, okay, all right. Here's
getting
what gets me annoyed, right? The song comes out. It's relatively short, but it's for a dance thing, so I get it. It needs to be short. It's awesome. I love it. I'm listening to it on repeat. Then, like, the actual episode where it's used comes in. They took like 20 seconds of the song and used that.
Really?
At least for the performance that I saw. Maybe there was another performance where they used the whole thing and that was like a medley or something. But I saw that one and I was just like, what the fuck? They didn't even use it. They didn't even use the best part,
Right.
which you're gonna get to hear.
Okay.
So I'm stoked. It's like one of the best. It's so good. Yeah. Okay. The youngest child is a teenager, and she knows all the cuss words. Okay.
Yeah. You talking about Gogurt? Gogurt, say
Yeah.
fuck out
Gogurt,
loud right
say
now.
fuck to your parents.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, she's not even here. Didn't she leave? Didn't she go to do something?
Hold on.
See, we're fine. Maknae's not even here.
See what I'm talking about? These people, they're coming in here. They're telling me things that aren't true.
Yeah, she went to eat dinner. We're good. We can cuss all we want. Fuck shit ass tits, you know?
Okay. Anyway, this song is called Heyday by Sriracha. So,
Winning every league in my sleep cause I make my dreams a reality. Feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create my trees of integrity. Engineering fights going melee. Legendary like package JK. Grab another pint on a payday. Dance in my heyday.
okay, I just wanted to, I clicked back to the very beginning of the track because I wanted to demonstrate that it loops perfectly. And so putting it on repeat was so good. What did you think of that one, Tom?
Fucking banger. S tier banger right there.
S-tier banger.
We need to start,
Dude.
okay, because like now I'm thinking, goddamn, we got to reorganize the system, right?
Yeah.
We used to just have bangers, bops, and ballads, but now we've got bangers. Now we've got pretty good bangers, and now we've got fucking shit that's a banger, which is that right there.
Yeah. Oh God, Heyday is so good. I can't with. And of course, like here's the thing: is that like the album that they released for Street Fighter, man.
Phil did punch the air.
I did, of course, yes, naturally. I did many moves. Don't worry. And Tom finally gets to see them in person. But like, the album came out, and like the streams on Spotify for each track were obscene because it was like 20,000 for the next closest to like the almost a million that Heyday got. And then when the actual show showed a video of a performance using Heyday, they used like 20 seconds of
Which
it.
is ridiculous.
I just don't-
I haven't even seen it. And I'm frustrated.
And they didn't
That's
use the
bullshit.
mattress squeak. The you know, like you must use that part. How cool would it be to have in the middle of a dance break to have someone do a move to that beat?
Yeah.
Fucking, it would have been so cool. I was expecting so much more out of that. I'm so mad.
That's ridiculous.
Heyday is currently just under 16 million, and the next closest song is under 2 million.
Pull it up again. I want to listen to start. Let's start it over.
Okay, let's do it. All right, we just listened to it for the second time. It still is good. There was a request that we watch the Street Man Fighter performance, and since we're drinking and in person and having a good time tonight, we're gonna fucking do it. All right,
Yeah,
that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna play it. We're gonna do it, and it's gonna be good.
Okay. Give me just a second, though. I gotta text my grandma.
Tom's gonna text his grandma. He's like, "Grandma, Heyday is so good. I love the part where the mattress squeaks." And you know what? The other thing that I have to mention, right, is somebody had mentioned that that there were lots of thirst traps to the song, and specifically, I want to call out because I feel like we didn't do it justice. That the pop-in part of Maniac, where they're like doing this move, you know. Mm-hmm. So there were lots of that was a very visual gag, and this is an audio medium.
One day we'll turn on some cameras.
But people know the pop-in part. Anyway, so on TikTok, there were like people were making like thirst traps of our boys, and they would do that part and they would sync up them doing the pop-in part of the dance to this every squeak, and it was perfect and hilarious. I loved it. That was a great time to be on stage TikTok. So good.
One day I'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, my For You page, you know, the TikTok curation that they have for me, it's edging me closer to
Stray Kids content
to stay TikTok. Because
Yeah.
I got that video of Han.
You got the video of Han.
Yeah.
That one. It ends.
I
with
don't
him
know.
going,
I saw Han,
Oh, you like, and you was
and then I
flipped
was
away?
like, nope, can't do it.
Yeah. But he was wearing like a sports jersey.
He was wearing
right?
he was wearing a sports jersey.
Yep. There are like 100 of those, and we made one on
Yeah.
our TikTok. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because in my mind, it's like a very short clip because it's like a collab. So he kills it. It's a killing part. But every time I would hear it on TikTok, I'd like swipe and I would hear it, and I would swipe and I would hear it, and I would swipe and I'd hear it. Every single time I would hear it, and then my brain would immediately start doing fucking what is the goddamn song now? Oh, I mean, hi Alice.
Mother.
Hello stranger. Thank you, Rogue. You saved me.
My mama is
I would hear hello stranger.
Everyone behave. An
Everyone
adult
behave.
is present. Now we're the children that we can't cuss to.
Like she's listened to every episode of the podcast. She knows that there's cussing. Okay, like
She's
and
listened-
she knows you.
And she knows me. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no you encouraged this, mother. Okay.
You made him the man
Yeah.
he is today.
You told me be who you want to be and don't let anyone tell you can't be that. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so we're about to watch the Street Man Fighter performance of Heyday.
Don't lie, you guys.
You know, and yeah, here we go. Let's watch it. You ready?
A few moments later.
All right, turn it off. Fuck this.
All right.
That is wow. What disrespect.
To remix a song mixed by Bang Chan is and not have it. It's just.
Wow.
And to only use like a 20-second clip.
Not
and,
only to-
and
there's just
to
so
cut
many-
around. Yeah,
There's
it's
so much wrong with that. The transition. Who composed this?
like
a
to
child?
put it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's so jarring that it just cuts right into
Yeah.
it. It's no good. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, not Bang Chan. That's
Definitely
right.
not
Yeah,
Bang Chan,
no way. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I need something after that. After something like that, I feel like I need.
Let's
something-
listen to.
No, I need something to cleanse my palate. You know, like a sherbet or maybe an ice cream.
How about a Sierra Nevada hazy little thing IPA?
Well, see, I was being silly because the next song we're going to listen to is called I'll take that, but
Yeah, take this.
but the next song we're going to listen to
Finish
is
that.
called Ice Cream, and it is a Skiz record. Is it record
Oh,
player?
speaking of
One of those?
speaking of ice cream, though,
Solo.
I don't think ice cream would go well with our drinking tonight, Jeanette. But after dinner this evening, Logan went to the freezer and got some ice cream sandwiches, and he offered me one, and I was like, "Oh no, thank you, I don't want one." And then Michelle was like, "You should have one. They're really good." And I was like, "No, I'm sure they are. I just don't want one."
Yeah. Yeah, she's great. She's great. I love it. Yeah. So let's listen to Ice Cream.
Ice as a cream, ice as a cream. 순식간에 녹아버려 난 정신 못 차림. Ice as a cream, ice as a cream. 그 황홀한 맛 뒤엔 그 어떤 것도 쓰기만 해. I love you, baby.
All right, that's Ice Cream. Did you like it?
Ballad.
It is a ballad. Yes. Thank you for identifying it correctly. Did you like it, though? I know it's not going to go on your playlist. I know it's not going to go on Skiz Picks.
I feel like we've established this in the past where I'm never gonna dislike a Stray Kids song. I think no matter what, they're gonna have good musicianship and and worthwhile lyrics and sound and whatnot.
Right.
Just not all of it's gonna make the bangers list, and which is fine. You know, the only exception being. I think the only Stray Kids content that I haven't liked so far was our last episode, right? The Your Eyes
Oh, yeah.
music video.
yeah. Your Eyes will do that, man.
The song is good, right? The song is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but the video itself can burn in hell.
Maybe we should listen to Your Eyes without the video and get your opinion on it, because like it is very different. Although you may just end up saying the same thing, like, yeah, it's fine without the video.
Yeah,
but you know, it's just like, yeah, it's bad. But I like Ice Cream. Ice Cream is cute. Somebody linked a video that says Lino Ice Cream, so I just threw it on here because like we're just having fun tonight. So why not watch it? Like I'm just gonna click on it and we're gonna see what it is. I don't know. Nope, can't watch that one yet. Okay. It was just Lino going, ice cream.
I'm glad you can clip that. You can put
I'm
that
gonna clip
right.
it.
Yeah,
So
you don't have to cut anything there. You can literally just slap that sound clip in there, and nothing will be missed.
That's right, exactly. That's good.
That was
I like
beautiful.
it,
Whoever
yeah.
linked that, thank you so much.
You know what?
for
I
that.
feel so much better after having watched that Streetman Fighter performance I didn't like now because of that. I enjoyed that a lot.
Okay, who are you? Is that that's Johanna, right? That's not Mo. We've been getting confused lately. Yeah. Okay. Right. Phil has been up
The
to some
color is different, and that's how you
the
can
color.
tell.
That's how I know, right? Because Mo uses like a green color, I think, right? So Phil has been up to some renaming fuckery in the Discord, and
It's not just me. I started doing it because it was my way of being like, well, I can't tell who anyone is anymore, so I'm just going to start messing with other people too.
oh wait, Rogue didn't know. She thought it was Mo the whole time.
Oh no. Rogue got in the other day and was just like, everybody had changed their names to like Schismus Felix
Yeah.
Chicken or whatever or
Right.
something like that, because I started that one. And then she was just like, what is, I don't know who's I hate this. And so then I went and changed Rogue's name and put a parentheses hates this on the end of her name
Yeah.
too. And I love that, like, Discord, like when you go to change someone's nickname on your server, is like, you really shouldn't use this unless you have like a naming policy in place. And I'm like, okay, good point. But what about if it's funny?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know. I like it. I like genuinely. I think everyone's having a good time. Like everyone has the same profile picture, and I'm glad. I'm glad people are having a good time. But genuinely, I cannot tell anyone apart. I've realized that, like, more than looking at people's names, I look at the color of their name and their profile picture.
Yeah.
And so when people start talking, and I'm like, it literally takes me like a beat to be like, who is chatting right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Even if they have the correct name.
Maybe here's what we'll do, because Phoenix threw in the request that I bring back the personalized colors. Like, she was the only one
Right.
in the other Discord that had her own color, and so maybe I'll just get rid of all of the colors.
Yeah.
And then everyone can send me the color they want to be, but it has to be unique. No one can be any other color but the one that they pick.
That's silly.
And if they pick one that it doesn't exist, or that exists already, I'm going to tell them they have to pick something else.
If Stray Kids had their own like shade, their own color, which we don't. Like there are some like groups that have like, this is our color, like their own color of red or whatever, shade of red. And so like if you use that color, that you're a part of that fandom
Right.
or whatever. Stray Kids doesn't. In fact, they were asked in an interview what the color of Stray Kids is, and they said rainbow, which I love. But like, if it came to that point where like we actually did get a color, we wall that off behind Patreon. That's what we do.
Oh,
yeah. You gotta pay to get that Stray Kids color. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it'll be perfect. It's a perfect ploy.
All right.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
So
I'll make the Phoenix green. If you want, I'm not gonna go that far. That is way too much work for me to go into, especially with everyone that's here. But if you want a specific color, go ahead and drop the hex code in the. I already have Phoenix green. Don't worry about that. I have that from the other server. So, but if you want a particular color, slap your hex code in the in that chat, in that forum thread that Phoenix made, and I'll get to it once I get home. But if you're listening along and you are thinking to yourself, man, what is he talking about? See, what we do here on Discord is we chat and we have fun, and we all get to watch and participate in the episodes that we record. And you could do that too if you go to makeastay.com. And there should be a link to the Discord there. You can join the Discord. You can participate in these chats. There's a whole section of the Discord set away for secrets from me. And that's a good spot to hang out, because
Man,
I'm sure there's a lot of shit talking.
Tom is a professional. Okay? He's a professional. You understand? My co-host. Should we listen to another song? This is a new song that came out in the summer, Bud. And Bud? I don't know. I'm used to calling my son Bud, but now we're 3 drinks deep, and I normally have 1. So we are far beyond where I normally go. And I know this isn't like the drink review podcast, right? But that Truly you gave me, I took the first sip and I was like, oh my God, it tastes like a fruit roll-up. Like I'm drinking a fruit roll-up.
That's not what I thought, but it was sweet, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the margarita style Truly. This one I actually don't hate so much. I don't know if it's because I've already had some drinks in me, so
No, I don't think so. I like the hazy IPA was the first IPA that Kevin had recommended to me, that said like, look, if you don't like IPAs, just have a hazy IPA because it's more citrusy and it's easier to drink.
Yeah.
And so
It
that's
is
what
more
he had
citrusy.
suggested. So that's what I started with. And then he was like, all right, but you don't want to get fat, right? And I was like, yeah, I do that well enough on my own. and so he recommended me the other one, the Dogfish Head, that you didn't like, because that one is like 90 calories for a like alcoholic beverage. And normally
much
they
is
don't
this
tell you, most alcoholic beverages
Don't
are
tell
not
you the
required
calories.
to tell you the calories.
they do. Oh wait, no, this is the Truly.
Yeah, Truly probably would, but beers do not have to tell you
they
any of their anything, right? Because they like bought and paid for that a long time ago.
Wait, no, it's because there's a reason for this, and it's because if I remember correctly, it's because alcohol is not covered under the FDA, right?
Right, but why is that?
It's ATF,
Right.
So different regulations altogether.
Different regulations. Yeah. So, but why didn't those regulations get put over to the other side? Look, I'm not trying to sound paranoid or anything here, but like, come on, like, They have money. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the other thing I was gonna say is that the first drink of this hazy IPA that I tried after having the like sweet tasting fruit roll up Truly was jarring, but I'm fine now.
Yeah.
The next song that we're gonna listen to, because it is a song, is a summer song. And I also love this video, and I was shocked to my core when this came out because, you know, we're used to seeing Stray Kids release bangers and bops and all that, and this may slot into one of those categories. However, it's different.
Okay.
It's different. It's a whole different genre. I don't think it's something that we've really heard from them before.
Yeah.
And I love it. And it's called Mixtape Time Out.
Mixtape timeout.
Mixtape Time Out.
Timeout is where everyone who just put a coin into chat belongs, because look, this is a special episode. This is episode 80. We're recording in person.
Oh my god!
live.
I forgot!
What? What did you forget?
I've been holding this in all day, Tom.
My lord, that was so startling.
I'm sorry I startled you.
The milestone. Oh yeah. Okay, let me see this. Okay. All right. What is this on? Is this on
Anchor.
Anchor? Okay.
Anchor, yeah,
So
that's-
Anchor has us listed for. Is this across every platform,
It's every
or
platform.
specifically Spotify?
Well, it is Spotify, but it's every platform that like downloads from us.
Okay.
But there are some that like mirror, so it's probably actually lower than it actually is. But anyone who downloads from this RSS feed, yeah.
Right. So, I don't want to go into all these numbers, but
Just the big one, because you said you wanted that before the end of the year.
I wanted the big one. I don't know if it's going to climb any significant number higher than this before the end of the year, because we only got like 2 or 3 days left, right?
Yeah.
But our milestone right now, which is crazy to me, is 25,148 all-time plays on the podcast.
Yeah. Woo! Celebrate. That's all of you. That's not us.
Yeah, that's not us at all. That is you, the listener, everyone who is, joining us in chat right now, all of the listeners that are too shy to join chat, which is totally fine, but
That's totally fine. Yeah.
you should come along anyway.
You should.
But
It's
it's amazing. It's crazy that we've come this far.
Last year, we were stoked, so excited, literally last year
Yeah.
at this time, that we hit 1,000 listens.
Right. Yeah. 1,000 was insane to me.
And I thought that
then.
was crazy.
Yeah.
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 And all 1,000 of those was Paige. And Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they were working hard to get those up for us.
Jesse and the Pages really put in the
And
work.
Gal, I'm sorry,
And Gal,
you're right.
and
It is
Gal.
definitely Gal, and I miss Gal. I know, like Gal has been like really
Yeah.
busy with work, but I've seen her like post on Twitter recently talking about other groups because she's like the mega multi-stan. She stands like every group that is mildly good. Like if you want to know like a good K-pop group, like she is a good source because she'll just be like, "What are your interests?" I know the answer to that, and so like I actually miss because she used to come to all of our recording sessions, but she's been so busy with her like with her job that like it's just really been hard
Yeah.
for her to get here. But
Real life always comes first. There's no stress there.
Oh, yeah,
right?
for sure, for sure.
I mean, that's my philosophy on everything. Take care of real life first.
For
before
sure,
Anything else.
yeah.
But Jesse, the Pages,
And Gal.
page number 1 for sure, and Gal really laid the foundation that all of you are standing on right now, and we
Yeah.
love every single one of you. Like we really, it's just crazy to me.
And
that
Kevin.
it's and Kevin.
well, Kevin
And
was
Kevin,
Kevin
who has
gave us
never
our
listened
first
to a
review
single
on
episode.
Apple Podcasts.
Just one.
We read it on in one of
Yeah,
the early episodes. Remember, like the It was good. It was good. I can go back and pull it back up if you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
read it today. I can do that. But it's been great. No, And Billy, who's got to go for a family dinner. Thank you for being here, Billy.
Thank you. Enjoy your family dinner. Or you can just, be like, hey, I actually have to go pretty soon. Like, as soon as you arrive, just be like, I have to go pretty soon. My friend's expecting me, to help them out with something. And the thing that you're expected to help out with is participating in this stream. So make it back soon.
True. Yeah, so to celebrate,
We're drinking alcohol.
We're
drinking Trulies
alcohol,
and IPAs.
but we're gonna listen to another new Stray Kids song called "Mixtape Timeout" that they released during the summer, and they released this while they were on tour. And I believe that they recorded the video in California, like literally while they were on tour.
Yeah.
And so like it's quick, it's fun, it's incredible. There were some like internet detective sleuths that got a little too specific for me, who were like, okay, I'm mapping out like everyone's hair colors to figure out exactly what time during the tour they filmed this, and I'm like, all right,
God.
like take it easy.
Jesus
it's fine.
Christ.
Just knowing they recorded this while they were on tour is enough for me.
Yeah.
Not to mention that I will tell you this.
Okay, tell
this. For the next title track, they did also record a dance video. That's going to be on the next album. You don't have it yet, but we were thinking of buying it for you while you were here if we could find a copy.
Okay.
There was a person who had like a doorbell camera, and so they had a shot that was like, there was a video that was in a neighborhood that like caught them doing their choreography, and that person held the video until after the video released, which I'm like,
Really?
that person has like the patience of a god,
Yeah.
because I don't know how anyone could do that. But there was another person who found them at a car wash and snapped a quick like shitty picture of them at a car wash. And so like, and that is in that same video. So, just saying, they were busy like before, like while they were on tour prepping for their next comeback, which is amazing.
I
But,
think maybe I would say Rogue says it wasn't a stay. I think if you're a true stay and you catch them live and you have a chance to record something that isn't released yet, if you're a true stay, you'll keep that shit to yourself until the boys have a
100%.
chance to put it out the way they want to put it
and
out.
how good does it feel to have the inside information?
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to spoil that for anyone? And like, because like so much of what they do for their concepts and teasers and stuff is all done like to build anticipation. If you ruin that for them, are you a stay?
No.
Like, come on, no way. But yeah, even that photo came out after, I think or maybe it didn't come out after. But either way, I saw it, the car wash, and people were like, what was going on at the car wash? What was happening? It was a photo shoot. Like, people were trying to figure out what happened at this car wash. And you'll see. We'll watch that video eventually. But right now, we're talking about Mixtape Timeout, and we're going to watch it right now because I think you'll be surprised by the genre. All right, Tom.
All right,
Lay it on me.
There's so much I need to say.
Okay.
So I don't. If you go back and listen to the recording, you're gonna hear me chuckle at the very beginning of this, right?
I know
And
why.
you have to do it for me.
I'm so
Can you
disappointed in Rogue.
Please open. You've
How
seen
dare she?
Eurotrip, right?
I know.
Okay.
Look,
please
everyone
open.
in
Scotty
Stay
doesn't
knows.
know.
God
we
damn it,
have
Rogue.
to do a side by side.
damn it, Rogue.
As soon as no, it's
This
not
is
just
Rogue's fault.
It's not just Rogue. No, did she say something? Because
Yes!
like, okay, because as soon as I heard it, I was like, Scotty doesn't know. This is fucking Scotty doesn't know. That was Matt Damon. I mean, it's not actually Matt Damon's voice, but in the movie, it was Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt
I know, and I know it does sound like that at the beginning, and there's also like another like Disney live action show that also people were
Sarah
like,
says
it sounds like
Hannah
this.
Montana.
Hannah Montana, yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah. All right, now
Okay.
now pause and go back.
Okay, all right. It is slightly different, but it is very similar.
Yeah, I mean it's not exactly, but it's just such it's the sound.
Yeah, no, I know because all right, Scotty Doesn't Know was going for like a California pop punk style of song.
Yeah.
And so were they in Mixtape Timeout. Okay, all right. Let's listen to the Hannah Montana one. All right,
Okay,
let's
sure.
See, let's see. 'Cause
I've
people-
never heard this. Oh my god!
thing is, okay, it's just a common chord progression.
Sure.
Like we're not talking about like it's just a common chord progression. It's fine. They probably said like we want it to be like summer and fun in
Yeah.
California because that's where we are and that's
Yeah.
the vibe. And so that's what they got.
What
and
came first, Hannah Montana 2 or Eurotrip? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Because
fair
I
enough.
want to know if the people making Hannah Montana 2 were like, God damn, I fucking love Scotty Doesn't Know.
to me, like the moment I heard the song, I mean, yes, okay. Fair
Well,
enough.
actually, whenever
My-
the song came out, I'm sure
one of my
was-
first thoughts when I heard the riff in this song in Mixtape Timeout was immediately, this is Scotty Doesn't Know. I've heard this. I know the song. It's Scotty Doesn't Know.
Yeah.
But, however, as the song progressed, what it more became to me is like, there was like a summer where my family, who's not like, my big broad family is not that like wealthy or whatever, right? But they all like pooled in and rented like a beach house for like a week
Okay.
in California. And it was like the prime time for Ocean Avenue to be available. The album Ocean Avenue, you know that? Okay. And so I had a little shitty Rio MP3 player.
Yeah.
All right, 128 megabytes.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I had that album on there, and I got to walk around on a California beach and walk to like a corner store from the beach house that we were staying at while listening to that album. And like when this track came out, I was instantly transported back to that moment of like I'm in California, I'm on the beach, and I'm listening to Yellow Card, you know. And it like blew my mind how much like my memory was just like
Yeah.
they like took me
Oh,
exactly where they wanted me to be.
I mean, it's
like,
crazy how music does that.
Yeah.
Like music is really tied to like vivid memories.
Yeah.
You know.
for sure. Because I was like sick of seeing my family, so I walked to the corner store and got like a Dr. Pepper or something, or or a root beer, and I just like walked like all the way up the street. And here's the wackiest, like weirdest thing about that is like, you know, we live in Texas, right? So it's just fucking Texas. I went up to it was like the corner store that I was going to was at like this like 4-way light, and there was like Lamborghini, like 6 Hummers, and like I was like, what the fuck is happening here? It was bizarre to me, like how like crazy the cars were, and I was just like, excuse me. if you were to ask me, where were you staying? My answer would be, I don't know. I was a child. Like my parents determined that. I don't remember. We can ask my dad. He'll know. But I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. But this song took me back.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I heard it. I immediately thought Scotty Doesn't Know, and then I started singing Scotty Doesn't Know.
Here's what
in my
happened.
head.
Here's what happened, right? I looked down at chat and saw Rogue be like, Scotty Doesn't Know, and then I looked back at Tom and saw him smirk, and I was like, fuck!
Because I was already thinking it.
Poison the well.
No, I
Poison the well.
was there already. I didn't even know
I
Rogan
believe you.
said
I
it.
believe you. I was like, oh no, like I wanted, if you were gonna get there, that it wasn't us that told you. I wanted you to have this the natural stay in instinct of saying, this is Scotty Doesn't Know, and that is what happened. Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry, Rogue. I accused you because of the order of events I saw, not what actually happened in Tom's mind. Okay, you're welcome.
When you go back and you're editing this, if you go back to this moment,
Yeah.
you'll hear me chuckle immediately.
Okay,
like
all right,
moments
fair
in. To
But that would
this.
require me to actually listen to the episode,
Yeah.
not just say, yeah, good enough, send it.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
We're
Here it
back.
is.
Hello. I feel so much better now. I stood
Lord.
up and I immediately thought, wow, I haven't felt this drunk for a long time. Like 10 years, maybe. Like maybe the last time I think that I had been this and again, I should remind the chat that, like, I don't drink.
Yeah.
I never drink. I drink like once a month, maybe sometimes. The last time that I had felt this way when I like stood up from a chair was probably at like one of Elias's parties that long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a long time.
I fucking know. Because I've been
Wow.
working at my current company for 10 years now.
I don't get
know,
anything
right?
like this for the Navy. You know what I get? Depression.
You know what? I can cure that depression right now. And anyone who's listening, I can cure your depression
Yeah.
by asking you a question.
Oh, well, I will say before you get into that.
Okay, all right.
I my depression is cured because of some medicine that I have.
Right,
but,
fair enough, yeah.
But on the bottle, it actually says
Like, don't drink?
It says do not drink alcohol. Not like don't consume with alcohol or don't consume alcohol with the. It just says don't fucking drink, asshole. Like on the bottle. So. Yeah,
Whoops.
That's good.
Anyway, what I was going to
And here I
say
am.
was, what do you give a bird who is sick?
I know what's happening here because I watched Phil read this out of a 5-year-old joke book just moments ago.
Tweetment.
My lord.
It's jokes that are good that all 5-year-olds should know, or something like that. My dad got it for him for Christmas. It's so good. So good.
Are you almost done with that? It's time to crack
No,
open another.
not even close.
Hurry up.
I'm like halfway.
All right, we're going 1 for 1, so finish that because I'm moving on to something else.
No. We're not going 1 for 1. You drink more than me. I have
wanna
no
go-
tolerance.
I wanna
I have
do-
0 tolerance.
I'm thinking we'll go back and forth.
Oh my god, I'm not built for
I
this
want
anymore.
this one. Watermelon.
I'm
No,
almost 40.
No. Yeah. All right. We'll do
But I'm not
watermelon.
40
cucumber.
yet.
Hurry up. Take
All right.
this.
Hey, let's. Okay, well, mixtape timeout. All right, I will take this.
Yeah,
All right,
take it.
I'll take it. But mixtape timeout. Let me
Every
tell
2
you.
drinks I have. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. Let me tell you about mixtape timeout. So it's amazing. It's like a pop punk California summer anthem. I love it. I love it. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's beautiful. The bloopers. Let's talk about the bloopers. Okay, Lino, king of the bloopers here. Okay,
right.
Obviously everyone loves this. He's shaking a mixer and it just fucking sprays all
Right.
over his face, and the look on his face is beautiful. I love that. It's so funny.
Let's cue it. Can we put it up?
Yeah, we can put it up.
Yeah.
Let me cue it up. Cue it up. Boop. And loading. Here we go.
Back.
Oh, no, yep, it's further back. Yep, further back. Here we go. That's far enough. So he like clearly gets hit by it like so hard. It's so funny. Love it. I love all the bloopers, but like, and Han's blooper is really funny. I think Han's blooper is funny. I think Changbin's blooper is really funny as well. Where like Han like stops singing the lyrics and just stares off into space, and you literally hear like somebody in the staff like say something to him. I don't speak Korean, so I can't translate that for us.
Yeah.
But somebody says something, and then he like starts like just doing like a shitty Fortnite dance. I don't know. It's really funny to me.
Yeah.
It really makes me laugh. And then and
my
then
God.
and then Changbin, when he's like spraying IN, and then he like puts it behind his back like he's trying to spray him without looking, and totally misses. Like he's just spraying the other direction
Yeah.
completely. That's pretty good.
Look.
And I like both of those.
Let me intervene for a second.
Yeah, sure.
You gotta try this watermelon cucumber is really good.
I will get there. Okay,
Crack
I'm
this
working on it.
bad boy open.
I will crack it when I'm ready to crack it, okay? Benny just spraying. And I love this. Yeah, so they're doing this. Look at everybody's faces because Lino spilled the popcorn.
I can't see it from here. Hold on. I got to get closer.
Yeah, get closer. Get your eyes checked. Also, yes, Tom, you should know that this was Stay's birthday present. Yeah, for this year. So like this was like our big like surprise for Stay's birthday. And it was beautiful. They were on tour. Look at Benny's arms. I mean, in this shot, look at him. He's got big old trunks
guns.
on his arms.
Yeah.
He's got the guns.
Hell
The
yeah.
gun show. Let's get back to Stray Kids. Okay, all right. Anyway, so this I jumped back because I feel like this is like the most important part of this that I want you to get, because like Seungmin is amazing. This whole thing is amazing. But here he asks him about like a song that that Seungmin likes. That's not a prepped song, not a song they practice for. And he's like, oh, that song. He's like, and then they're like, let's do it right now. And you can see on Seungmin's face, he's like, I mean, okay. And like the whole point of this is like, look how far our boy has come, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna see what happens when he gets one sprung on him, not one that he was able to like practice for this event, right? So that is the reason I love this, and I watched this repeatedly when it came out.
그대 떠나가는 그 순간도 나를 걱정했었나요 무엇도 해줄 수 없는 내 맘 앞에서
All right, Tom. Now that we finished Lee Moo-jin service and didn't discuss anything during that episode, what'd you think of that?
Bop, bop, ballad.
Okay, bop bop ballad. That doesn't tell me what your opinion is, but I appreciate it.
That's
I
all you
appreciate the description. You gave me the description.
I feel like after Jeanette gave me that challenge on the last one, all I want to do now is if you ask me what my opinion is of any song, I'm just going to say one word, and that's going to be either banger, bop, or ballad.
But I want to know your opinion. I want to know how you're evolving as a Stay,
or boner, yeah.
Especially because like Seungmin.
It's my mom. All right, everyone, stop what you're doing. It's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Alice!
Woo! Happy birthday! Birthday o'clock. Still clapping. Golf clap. Just a soft tap. All right. Anyway. Our boy Seungmin in the survival show was like afraid to take on too many lines in a song. And I feel like there's been so many times recently as we've been going through their content where like we just constantly, I feel constantly surprised being like, oh my God, like how is he like building on his skill so much? Because like he was like afraid to sing too much.
Well, I think maybe a little bit was, he was still kind of coming into his element.
For sure, he was a child.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Shit, sometimes I don't even know. You ever get imposter syndrome at work?
I get imposter syndrome on our podcast. What are you talking about?
But I think another part of it was right that, and I think all of Stay will agree with me here that there might have been this aspect of him where he was like, well, I'm not the main vocalist back then.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But as we have all learned to appreciate from probably every member of Stray Kids is that there's not a main vocalist. Right. Everyone is the vocalist. Everyone is the rapper. Everyone is everything.
Yeah.
In Stray Kids. So we don't need he who must not be named.
Yeah. We have two positions. We have the leader, which is Bangchan,
right,
which just keeps all of them together. Okay, he just like makes sure that they're all together. And then we have Lino, who makes sure they fucking get the dance right. Okay, and that's it. Those are the roles. Everyone else just does everything. And like, I know obviously IN and Sungmin are vocal racha, but everyone is talented in singing. But the two of them do focus more on singing and practicing singing. And we'll see like more of that when we're watching Two Kids Room, when we finally get into that a little bit, that like just how much they've been practicing. And like, it's apparent, like we can already see it now, like in Lee Mujin service, like it's shocking because especially like when we go back to watch the survival show to see like how Sungmin was back then, it's only been like 3 years or whatever, like, right? Like it had, well,
Well, you can make a lot of progress in 3 years.
4 years, 4 years, 22
Either way.
to 18, yeah. Well, yeah, either way, it's like, it's just crazy to see how much progress he's made. And like, you know, he was a teenager, right?
Yeah.
And now he's a man.
No, he's a man.
And but way younger than me and much more talented. So
Look, everyone has their role to play. Our role in this particular case is just appreciating, just bringing to the masses our appreciation and our chronology.
Yeah.
Of in our account.
Yeah, that's true.
Of these beautiful boys.
Yeah. The other thing that we get to do is
Drunkenness. Yeah.
we have our drinks,
Yeah.
and then we get to watch Stray Kids do the Google Translate quiz.
Okay, you're right.
Where Google Translate translates their lyrics to another language and then either back to Korean or back to English. I don't remember.
Okay.
And so, or it goes, maybe it translates to English, then back to Korean, then back to English. And then they have to be like, what song is this?
Okay.
So should be fun. So I'm looking forward to just like having a nice fun last little clippy clip here
Yeah.
we got here queued up. So this is gonna be good.
Okay.
Jeanette linked this one earlier, I think, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's watch it.
베이비 리노.
Oh yeah, sure.
베이비 창비.
Can you pause for a second?
Yes.
So, I don't know if you remember, but earlier on in our podcast,
Yes.
the first episode, one of the things that I mentioned to you that I don't particularly care for in show productions and whatnot is knowing that somebody is reading from a script.
Right.
Right.
So this opening to this,
That
you hate.
opening to that is the perfect example of that, because I'm like, she is talking to them.
But she's not talking to
But
them.
she's not talking to them.
Right.
She's reading something, which is just aggravating to me, you know?
Yeah. That was in our first episode. Or no, second episode. Because the first episode
The first
was me
episode was you
literally
reading.
reading you stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which wasn't bad. I mean, it was appropriate for the first episode.
Yeah, because there was a lot of information
Right,
to
for
get
what you
some
were
like
trying to do in the
baseline,
first
like
episode.
you need to know some stuff about K-pop before
Yeah.
we begin. Yeah.
But I remember telling you, like, one thing that I don't want to do is just be like a
Read other people's
script reader.
information
Right.
podcast.
I don't. I don't want the podcast to be us just reading scripts.
Well,
you know?
we're
I want
not,
it to be us.
so,
You know.
Yeah.
And so like that's the clearest example I can think of to show you why I don't like that format, because you can tell that she's just fucking reading, but she should just be talking to them.
Right.
You know.
Why would you not? If you had the opportunity to be sitting in, like, do you not know who they are? Like, fucking, if you have the opportunity to talk to these men, that's what you're going to do? You're just going to read a fucking script? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Like, customize that shit. Just go, you know the bullet points. Like, get to it. Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do it. Let's play.
And to the people who don't like it, you mad, bruh? You mad?
All right, Tom, that was the Stray Kids versus Google Translate. How was that? Did you enjoy watching that?
That was definitely entertaining.
I think it's gonna be fun to watch when
Yeah.
we get to watch like a lot of like the English interviews and stuff that they've done. Lino did speak twice. How was his English? What'd you think? Was he proficient?
Wait, Lino?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
The
that's
main
fair.
standout for me was definitely Sungmin.
Of course, he was
yeah.
amazing.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, Sungmin's English is impressive.
Yeah.
You know,
He literally like sounds fluent. Like I could, like there are some times when he'll like use a word in a weird way where I'm like, oh, but like otherwise, I would just assume he like spoke that English was his primary language.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
he speaks it so well
He
with
was-
like a proper like almost like fluent, almost slang accent. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
well, what the main standout for me was that he went back to correct himself grammatically. Which is something that I do sometimes. Like if I start a sentence wrong, I'll just restart and
Yeah.
say it the proper way once I've properly formulated what I want to say. And
Yeah.
he did the exact same thing where he started to say something, and he put a word in the wrong spot, and then he was like, scratch that, and went back and said it grammatically correct. Which I don't know. It's just like. I don't know. I didn't expect that to happen. And I was just like, oh, this guy, he knows his English, you know?
he does. He really does.
Yeah, and his enunciation is really good too. So.
Yeah. He doesn't just slip into British English like Han.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, pow. Yeah, it's good. I love it. It's really funny. This is like an older one, but I think it's really funny. It's so good, really good. So yeah, they had fun. I had fun watching it. Lino only said like 2 phrases. Like he guessed 2 times, and that's it. And that's like, I think part of the reason why a lot of people who eventually become like Lino stans, like never, like I don't know that many people who are like, oh, like I stan Lino, he's my bias. I don't know many people who are like that did that from the very beginning, unless they like already like heavily follow K-pop and like understand Korean really well, because like where he's most prevalent is in a lot of like Korean interviews and stuff like that, and like in a lot of like the District 9 content, the 9th content and stuff like that, like the Korean content that we've been able to watch through, we've been able to like see more of his personality. But if you just watch the English interviews, like he said like 6 words, like you wouldn't really get a sense for who he is other than what he looks like. And like sometimes that can be enough, right? Like, and in some cases should be, but like, you know, if you're gonna like dedicate yourself to standing like one single person and like choose them, like elevate them in your mind above the group, then like, you know, you need to like be selective with that, I think. Oh, popping a new one. Yeah. I don't want to watch the one where they scared them. I don't want to watch that. They got scared.
So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's right. Please, remind me of the timeline here.
Okay.
District 9. Is this OT8 era? Or-
District 9. Okay. District 9, the song was on the first album,
Right.
I Am Not. That was their debut song. District 9 Unlock was their first tour, which happened just after the release of Levanter. And was the first like OT8 performance. Like we watched it on the server. Like I have my Blu-ray right here. In fact, hopefully it doesn't show up. District 9 Unlock.
Right.
This
World
is my
tour.
Blu-ray copy of the District 9 Unlock.
Yeah.
This was the first thing Jeanette and I bought, Stray Kids related,
Yeah.
because I tend to be very practical, right? Like where like if I'm gonna buy something, I want to get the most out of it. I don't like, I couldn't have, before that we got into Stray Kids, I couldn't have pictured myself buying a CD. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Totally.
But I thought, oh, like a Blu-ray of their concert, like perfect. Like this is great. We get
Yeah.
to like see them perform. We get to see all the songs. It'll be great. And so we bought this and loved it. And then like that, like, and we of course we were listening to all the music. And then like Jeanette and I went to just like a local K-pop store, which was like in the foyer of a local Korean store. And we bought a couple albums, and then I said, you know what? I have this like funny idea for a theme song if a podcast existed. and like that really sent us down this river, like
Right.
for real, like.
Well, I was just thinking because they were saying that the meaning behind District 9 is that it's their district. It's where they, it's like their realm or whatever.
Right.
And it made me think: is that because there were 9 members when they came up with this?
That is exactly why the number 9 was
Right,
there.
right.
That's right. Correct.
So it should be District 8.
But they already established that District 9 was the thing, was the space that was their space. Like, that's what one of the things that like sucks. And like there's been a few groups recently, including like NMIXX, that like lost members. And NMIXX like just debuted. And they lost a member. And it's just like, it's so fucked up to like be a new group and be trying to build a following. And Stray Kids went through this, like to like be a group and trying to build a following and like trying to like do this thing for real, and losing a member, like it's gonna make people like doubt you and be like, they're gonna fall apart, like whatever. Like it sucks. It must suck for the members. It must suck for everything. Like it's so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna scroll up and find whatever Jeanette was. Stray Kids ranks their songs. Should we watch this?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remembered what it was. I don't know if you remember me saying that like something happened at work, right? That like other people thought was funny, but the reason that I thought it was funny was because it was like
Yeah,
an
you
inside
said it,
joke
but you
for
couldn't
me.
remember what it was.
I
Yeah.
remembered.
Okay,
I
what
remembered.
was it? What was it?
It was somebody said 5 weirdly. And I just could not stop thinking of just Bangtan being, I'm 5. Yeah. They said it exactly like that. They said 5. And I was just like, other people were kind of like making fun of them for saying it that way. But all I could think was just Bangtan, I'm 5. I was dying.
Oh, no, they wouldn't. I'm glad that they laughed along because they were like making fun of the guy.
Yeah.
Sorry for the guy, but like it's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my god.
He didn't know we were laughing at him.
No.
And I wasn't laughing at him. I was
Yeah, you were
laughing
laughing
at
at Bangtan.
the memory.
Okay.
Right, yeah. I was laughing at my own little joke that no one else got.
It's all good now.
God's Menu versus Thunderous? Ooh, that's really
All right,
tough. That's a
look.
tough one.
They were promoting Thunderous, like they were promoting. Okay, like come on, like come on, like what else? What are they gonna? They're gonna not pick Thunderous when they're promoting Thunderous?
Okay, what
Come
we
on.
need to do is once they're retired, once they're
Yeah,
done,
Get the real.
get them back where they're not doing any promotions, they're not pushing for anything, they're doing an accurate representation.
Yeah,
That's what
actually looking back on their catalog and being like, okay, what did you actually like, and what were
Right.
you what were you not based on what you're promoting?
Yeah,
what did you actually? Yeah, right. Yeah. No. I agree. It's but the thing. Okay, to be fair to them, Thunderous is a fucking awesome song. It's a really good song.
It's good, but it's not their best.
I mean, I don't know. It's but this of
Hang
course.
on, hang on,
this
hang
is-
on, hang
This
on.
is before Ordinary.
Let me open my Spotify. This is before. Wait, hold on. Something went wrong. I made a Skiz Bangers.
Yeah. Bangers, bops, and ballads, baby.
Let me see. The one that I would pick from this, if I had to. This is before Ordinary? What do you mean? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Because otherwise they would have had Maniac on there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Maniac's a banger. I would say my top pick for bangers right now. Look, I've got Double Knot and Ta on here, and God's Menu and Backdoor, Side Effects, Thunderous.
Because they're all bangers, man. But like, how long has it been since you listened to Levanter?
Honestly, like Maniac and Circus are up there for me right now.
Yes, that's what I want to hear. Fuck yeah. What about Fairy Tale?
What if What about Fairy Tale?
Yeah.
No, it's
Is
not
Fairy Tale anywhere in that list?
It's not on the bangers.
Oh, it's not a banger. It's a bop, but like, is it at the top of the bops?
I don't know. I haven't made a bop list.
I feel like if I'm comparing them apples to apples, not bangers to bangers. Fucking, what is this podcast? Anyway, if I'm comparing them, there are times where I'm just like, I'd rather, like, if I like was on a deserted island and they were like, you only get one song between Circus and Fairy Tale for the rest of your life.
Circus.
My answer would be Fairy Tale. Yes.
Okay.
This life is full of fairy tales. Because here's the thing is that like Fairy Tale makes my brain feel like I'm elevating, and that's what I need if I'm on a deserted island. Anyway,
Are you okay? Wait, are you on? You're on this island alone? This is Castaway style.
this is Castaway.
Okay.
So between those two songs, Castaway, you're all alone. It's just you and Wilson.
I still
and-
want Circus.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's how I felt initially.
Okay.
It took me a couple months.
Sure.
And then I was just like, you know what? Fucking Fairy Tale is so goddamn good. It's so good. Anyway, I like it the way I like Secret Secret. Like those two songs just, I don't know what they do to me, man, but they're just so good. I don't know.
Your opinion's irrelevant.
I mean, I'm not disparaging Circus. Okay. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm not saying Circus is bad. I'm not saying it's like a worse song necessarily. I'm just saying that like when I am more stoked to hear Fairy Tale than Circus, even though I love them both.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't want to
I
look
mean,
back
it's-
and see
look, it's fair.
how angry people are at me, but I'm saying like it's true.
It's okay. If they're angry with you, they're happy with me, and that's all I could really ask for. when
and
it comes to
and,
this
and I
group of
love
people.
the thing is that I love like the Japanese comebacks, and this is like the first. Trying to think about it. I don't want to speak out there. Slump was good, but like this as a B-side for a Japanese comeback was so good and so Japanese. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, you know, a lot of times when they release a B-side for a Japanese comeback, or even a title track, they use a lot of English to kind of cover the breadth of like lyrical content to try and be like to like match in the syllables. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And Fairy Tale doesn't do that as much. And so I liked that about it. And it's, you know, it helps that I've spent so much time around Japanese as an existence, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Is this your big dive into Korean culture? Is with Stray Kids, or was there anything else that really,
Before this?
yeah, did that for you?
The
only thing that I can think of for me was God of High School. Right.
Well, God of High School, but I watched that in Japanese. It's not like I watched it in Korean, right?
True.
I mean, it was
Wait, did
a
I watch it in Korean or Japanese? I can't remember.
it was made in Japan, but it was like made off of a Korean.
It's Korean manga or whatever they call it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Webtoon.
Webtoon. I guess I did watch it in Japanese.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. And it was the Vengeance collection, the Vengeance trilogy.
Okay.
Do you know the Vengeance trilogy?
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, so it's Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, it's Old Boy, and then Lady Vengeance.
Old Boy, the movie,
The movie.
story. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Old Boy
Interesting.
is a Korean movie.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I've seen the original, but then I've also seen the Josh Brolin version, which is
I haven't
fucking
seen
crazy.
that one.
Really?
I've only seen the original. And so it's a trilogy, and it's like they're not that linked, but they're all like movies about vengeance
Yeah.
or vengeance at its core.
Yeah.
And so like I saw that, and then there was a movie called The Host, which is like a monster movie set in Korea, which is one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen.
Okay.
So I saw that. Like these are, you know, The Host is pretty old now. Like when I bought that, I got it on DVD. That's how old it is, right?
Right.
And then I also watched this movie called Sex is Zero. And it's like, I always described it like I show it to everyone. I was like, we have to watch this movie. It is a requirement, like because I like it was so like impactful and interesting because they like took it places that I wouldn't have expected in gross ways. But it's like it's like an American Pie style gross out comedy.
Is American Pie gross?
It's American Pie, a gross out comedy. A man humps a fucking pie in that movie. Yes, it's a gross out comedy. In American Wedding, the third movie, Stifler literally eats dog shit. It is a gross out comedy. It's what it is.
Really, I will. I mean, okay, maybe I don't have a basis for what.
In American Pie 2, fucking Willow from Buffy sticks.
Yes, I'm thinking crude. Sure. Crude.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah,
Not gross.
okay.
When I watch American Pie, I don't think gross. I think crude, which is what they're going for.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong.
It's a gross out comedy. It's what it is. Anyway, regardless, Sex is Zero is great. I mean, it's the title of it was meaning like an incel type of thing, type of situation. Do you know what I mean?
I know of incels.
Right. So sex is zero. They have zero sex.
Right.
Is the idea. It's
Yeah.
like, so they're like forever alone.
Involuntarily.
Well, that really doesn't cross the. But like the point is they're losers is essentially what the movie title is trying to get across.
How is this off topic? Stop with the coins.
This is not. We're talking about like the origin of how I even got interested in Korean content. So
Yeah.
I think that's actually a really interesting topic for this show here. Okay, all right, because it does lead into all of this. I'm trying to think if this other one that I watched was Korean.
Oh, they're putting coins because they just want to watch Levanter.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I can't type right now. There it is. Is this Korean?
My left
It
eye
is.
sees ghosts.
It is. You shouldn't have said it. Or is this not Korean?
What? They can see your stream, I'm sure, right? Everyone can see what you're doing right now.
Well, so they can see how badly I'm typing. Is this Chinese? I think there was definitely a large part of me that thought that this was
Korean.
Korean. Oh well. This is a cute movie though. It's cute.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, so anyway, I think that kind of stuff, and like those movies like I watched when I was in like college. I mean,
Yeah.
like these are old movies, and
So it's not new to you.
it's not new to me to be into, but like
Korean.
but at that time, like the exposure of like Korean pop culture in America, as far as I was able to
Really
access,
low.
was really low.
Yeah.
And most of the time, what I was seeing was like, because at that time, like, obviously I was like super into anime and stuff, but I was, like a highbrow, push my glasses that don't exist up, like nerd who was like, well, I also watch live action Japanese content,
Yeah.
And so I was watching like Japanese dramas and stuff, and I liked them a lot, and some of them like still like stay with me forever. But like when I was seeing Japanese dramas being released, the ones that would always get released were like Korean or did I say Japanese? Anyway, the Korean dramas that were being released at that time were like remakes of Japanese dramas I had already seen.
Right.
And I was just like, and I'm sure that they were like making their own content and being original, but like it like gave me this weird like block of like, well, like K-dramas they're just ripping off of like Japanese dramas.
Yeah.
And even if that was true
Old
at
Boy
the
did
time,
same thing.
right? Well, but even if that is true at the time, right? Even if we say that, like, which it's totally not. Like, there's no way they made more TV than like a couple of shows that I happened to see, right? That matched ones I had already seen. But like, even if that was true, what the fuck? Like, have you ever tried? Well, I don't know. I don't know if you have tried, but have you ever tried to like find Japanese dramas on like fucking Netflix or anything? No, they don't exist. So the reason why K-dramas like took off is because they actually put it out there into the world and marketed that shit.
right.
Japan does not do that. You have to seek it out. It takes work. You have to have somebody who's like willing to translate it for you.
Well,
they don't do it willingly. It's annoying.
This probably goes back to even episode 1 of this podcast. Is
Yeah.
that culture and media is their export.
Right.
Whereas
Exactly.
Japan doesn't need to do that. Right.
Yeah.
Japan, they have so many things going for them, culturally, export, whatever, it doesn't matter
True.
to them. So, but Korea, in order to get out there into the world, they have to export their media.
Or at least like they put a literal investment from the country into it.
Yeah.
So that's more than others could say. So anyway, we're gonna watch English Levanter to close this out because it's late. I drank too much and it's almost 1 a.m. So let's listen to English Levanter so that Tom can understand our love of the Queen.
Okay.
This is the end of the road. I'm moving up for a new home. 'Cause it's the darkest it won't be before the dawn. I wanna be myself. I don't care.
Thank you for watching. And thank you for coming. It is late.
Yeah.
We started late. We ran long. We had fun. We drank a lot.
Yeah.
I have now 4 empty drinks.
I have.
Tom has many more than me.
Yeah, I have a few.
It is almost 1 a.m. My kids, look, I'll give it to them. They've been waking up a little after 7. So, it's all good. Thank you, Absurd, for drinking with us.
now.
Appreciate it. It's all good now. But thanks for listening. Thanks for coming. Next episode, I imagine we'll be back to Skiz Code. We can actually do it now because it's all good now. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have fun. And go to makeastay.com if you want to follow all our shit. And
You check out the story, check out the Discord.
we do.
One day,
We do
eventually, I think I mentioned this several episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do more with the website. I want to add more to it. I want to add more content that's relevant to I want to do top lists either from each album or just how we're feeling right now. I definitely want to do a bangers, bops, and ballads ranking.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool to put on there. So I don't know. Maybe when you're listening to this, dear listener, way in the future, you're hearing this and you go on the website, you're going to see what I'm talking about. But right now, that's not what it looks like at all. But
Now it's just some sweet links that quickly
Yeah.
get you to all our content, and
Yep.
you can enjoy it. And if you want to come along to Discord, then we have a whole community here that has a lot of fun. Sometimes even just changing their names to random nonsense, just for fun, just for no reason.
Yeah.
And we love that. That's great. Encourage it. Everybody in the Discord loves it. There's nobody who thinks it's weird because they can't tell who anyone is. And it's good. So thanks for coming, and bye bye, everybody, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.